this part of ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡು, ಮಗ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಬೇಡ ಬೇಡ. ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ, ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡು, ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಭಾಗವತ್, ದಿ ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್, ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್ is extremely essential for us, because ಒಂದು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, when we chant the name, even if you don't sing mahamantra, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, this itself is a actually very big thing. That itself, that mahamantra ಏನದಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾದಂಥ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ. We must make it a habit. So last time we have seen that what are the benefits of bhakti. So if you remember few things which if we could just recapitulate. Bhakti through Bhagavata, when it is generated, when you develop a liking for Bhagavata, you start, initially the bhakti starts with depending on the Lord to ask for some of the favors. Then as you feel that whenever I pray I get this, whenever I pray God fulfills my desire, it works. We always say no, it works. So when we start experiencing that, then what happens is always it continues. We start getting more and more bound to that person, that is Sri Krishna, in order to fulfill our desires. Then what happens is, whenever there is a distress or stress or some kind of difficulties in our life, the only person with whom we can go to is Lord Krishna or any of your Ishtadevata. So like that we build up a relationship. So bhakti can develop. Initially it starts as a deal only. It starts as a deal because ದೇವ್ರ ನೆನೆಸೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಂಕಟ ಬಂದಾಗ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣ, ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ವಿ ನೆವರ್, there is nothing in an ordinary human being, particularly in the age of Kali Yuga, that we go out of the way and pray God just for the sake of praying. No, it's not like that. The relationship starts with this, and there is a distress, then we look up to him, then he grants, he takes care. That's what we feel, and slowly we build up relationship. But however, the Suta Puranika, in his conversation, he says that this bhakti has to be, as soon as you develop this bhakti, Krishna comes and occupies, and repeatedly when you do this bhakti, he clears off all the impurities in your mind, and then it becomes firmly fixed. Until then there is always ups and downs. That means sometimes there is bhakti, then we experience good times, then we again forget the Lord, again we experience bad times. So like that it goes on until and unless we firmly establish and we continue to pray God irrespective of our circumstances, irrespective. That means in the initial shlokas we have told, no, unconditional bhakti. ಭಗವಂತ ನನಗೇನೂ ಬೇಡ, ಬರೀ ನಿನ್ನ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಕೇಳ್ತೀವೋ, that time the bhakti becomes permanently established. And then they say what are all the benefits, that tamasika and rajasika tendencies. Tamasika, rajasika means they are slightly lower tendencies. First lowest is tamasika, then is rajasika, then comes sattvic, based on the three gunas. So the ideal person is sattvic, the person who is nearest to God is sattvic. So by doing this bhakti, the rajasika, tamasika gets converted to more of rajasika, and then rajasik becomes more of sattvic. So it clears away all your other gunas. It tends to make you more and more sattvic. That is one. Second one is karma kshaya. He says karmas, the karmas which we have carried from our past life and this life also, in the form of bad actions, bad words or bad thoughts, all those karma, they tend to reduce. One is, sometimes people say, have two things, two commentators say they are just washed away, but logically speaking they are not washed away, but the impact of those karmas is reduced. So you feel that the person is not suffering. Actually the same circumstances will be around him, but he has learnt, or God has given him the courage and the strength to face them with a balanced state of mind. So therefore that doesn't become suffering. I hope you have got this point. If we have hurt somebody, ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಜನ್ಮ ಅಂತಲೇ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ನಾವು ಯಾರಿಗಾದರೂ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಔಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್, ಇಸಂಟ್ ಇಟ್? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಾಮನ್ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಸೊ but supposing you have done something very worst, because sometimes no, what happens is they say I was going through past life regression and all that. So yeah, sometimes we would have done such a bad worst thing. ಆಟಿಸಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ದೆಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಹಿಪ್ನಾಸಿಸ್ ಟು ಹಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಬರ್ತ್. ಆಟಿಸಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಡಮ್ ಫೆಲೋ. And then it's scientific, you can see on the YouTube there are many such things. To some extent we can believe. And so that fellow in the previous birth he had killed many of these birds ante. Birds anna shoot ಮಾಡೋದು, ಬೀಳೋದು, if you can believe fine, but it makes sense. So the person says that previous birth he has killed many of these birds who could not express. So this birth you experience it, you experience how it is to become a dumb and not able to express something. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಕರ್ಮ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಪೂರ್ವ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಂದು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್, ಗುಡ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಮೆಮರೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಪಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತ್. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್ ರಿಮೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಟುಡೇ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಸಮ್ ಸಫರಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, then it is definitely our own karma. And nobody has cursed or nothing, it's our own karma. And but we cannot brood and say what I have done. What is in front of me is bhakti, bhagavata, and then go ahead. And today some very beautiful commentary I heard. Bhagavata, he has described, ISKCON actually, or they are all out for Bhagavat because their main, this one is bhakti. But I like this one. Sometimes we don't agree with some of the things, but this was very beautiful. Avaru Amarendra Das, you can hear, he was an engineer, he gives beautiful lectures. So the black and white of Bhagavata, the black is a Radha, the white is a Radha and the black letters are the Krishna. So Bhagavat Purana is actually living Radha Krishna, living. I mean, that much of importance we have to give to Bhagavata. And you will experience as you run through, observe what is happening in your life. And then obviously you will find, because scientifically speaking it will change your mindset. It's not that miracle, in other words a magic ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು. It is not like changing, magician ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ, ಬರ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನು ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ ಪೇಪರ್, it's not like that. It is just that we tend to improve in our approach towards our own karma. We tend to bring some meaning to our life, we tend to make our own duty more responsibly and all that. So therefore obviously you will start experiencing. But however, bhakti is beyond that. They say we can still have faith and go ahead with whatever you are doing. So we have discussed about the bhakti and its benefits or its consequences, and there is no harm in practicing bhakti. So with that we now come to the continuation of we had come up to 24th. Today I will summarize this chapter and we go to the next chapter. We are in the Skanda 1 and Canto 1 it's called, and chapter 2 25th shloka. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ
7th ವರೆಗೂ ಮಾಡಿ,
27th 27th ಮಾಡಿದೀವಾ? ಓಕೆ
ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಓದಿದ್ರಿ,
ಹೌದಲ್ಲ? ಓಕೆ ಡನ್. ಸೊ ಓಕೆ 27th ಐ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ 27th. ರಜಸ್ತಮಃ ಪ್ರಕೃತಯಃ ಸಮಶೀಲಾ ಭಜಂತಿ ವೈ ಪಿತೃಭೂತ ಪ್ರಜೇಶಾದೀನ್ ಶ್ರೀಯೈಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಪ್ರಜೇಪ್ಸವಃ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರಾ ವೇದ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರಾ ಮಖಾಃ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರಾ ಯೋಗ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರಾ ಕ್ರಿಯಾಃ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರಂ ಜ್ಞಾನಂ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರಂ ತಪಃ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರೋ ಧರ್ಮೋ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರಾ ಗತಿಃ ಸ ಏವೇದಂ ಸಸರ್ಜಾಗ್ರೆ ಭಗವಾನಾತ್ಮ ಮಾಯಯಾ ಸದಸದ್ರೂಪಯಾ ಚಾಸೌ ಗುಣಮಯಾ ಗುಣೋ ವಿಭುಃ ತಯಾ ವಿಲಸಿತೇಷ್ವೇಷು ಗುಣೇಶು ಗುಣವಾನಿವ ಅಂತಃ ಪ್ರವಿಷ್ಟ ಆಭಾತಿ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನೇನ ವಿಜಂಭಿತಃ ಯಥಾ ಹ್ಯವಹಿತೋ ವಹ್ನಿಃ दारुष्वेकः स्वयोनिषु नानेव भाति विश्वात्मा भूतेषु च तथा पुमान् असौ गुणमयैर्भावैर्भूतसूक्ष्मेन्द्रियात्मभिः स्वनिर्मितेषु निर्विष्टो भुङ्क्ते भूतेषु तत्गुणान् भावयत्येष सत्त्वेन लोकान् वै लोकभावनः लीलावतारनुरतो देवतिर्यं नरादिषु इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे प्रथमस्कन्धे द्वितीयोऽध्यायः. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇಫ್ ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ okay, if you remember, this Bhagavata is written by Vedavyasa, and we are discussing what Suta Puranika is addressing the Shaunakadi Rishi. How did Suta Puranika know Bhagavata? He has learned from Shukadeva. And when did Shukadeva tell Suta Puranika? Shukadeva taught conducted Bhagavad Saptaha to Parikshit Raja, the king of Hastinapura, the descendant of Hastinapura. Parikshit ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇವರು ಯಾರು? Shukadeva. And during that time when he is addressing Parikshit Maharaja, this Suta Puranika would have attended that. In that, so along with so many other rishis, thousands of rishis it seems, they would have all attended the one which has been told by Shuka. If you remember, Shukadeva is son of Vedavyasa. So Vedavyasa has told Shukadeva. Shukadeva has in turn told Parikshit Maharaja. Along with that, he has spoken to so many sages. One of them is this Suta Puranika, and Suta Puranika is now telling the same thing to all these Shaunakadi Rishigalu. Before that also it was told by Kumaras to Narada. Today we will discuss that also. So Iga, now Suta Puranikas continue, and then after saying about Bhakti, Bhagavata, importance of Bhagavata, importance of Bhakti, they continue saying Vasudeva, Vasudeva, Vasudeva. So the overall summary of these last shlokas, particularly from 27th shlokas, so yaryaru those of them who are in Rajasika, Tamasika iddorellaru, they worship some other, andre ಈ ಘೋರ ರೂಪ ಅಂದರೆ these are the people like forefathers or preta bhutadigalu ಆ ಥರ, they are all worshipping those, but those who are sattvic, they worship the Vasudeva. So I will just summarize this. So they say, Suta Puranika says that Vasudeva is the ultimate of sattvikas, and he clears off all that. Mat repetition ide, and just as ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಫೈರ್, the fire starts, it burns everything, just like that. Once the Lord Bhakti appears in us, then he will take away everything without leaving anything behind, and just in 1 second, they say, just in 1 second. So they say the ultimate goal of our bhakti, our sadhana should be Vasudeva. Ultimate goal should be Vasudeva, and that important shloka in this is, I will just read out. Vasudeva param jnanam, Vasudeva param tapaha, Vasudeva paro dharmo, Vasudeva paragatihi. This is the most critical shloka of this group. Vasudeva param jnanam, andre ultimate jnana is Vasudeva. Ultimate jnana is Vasudeva. Vasudeva param tapaha, he is the ultimate austerity, tapassu. ನಮ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ our responsibility is, we have seen in Bhagavad Gita, ultimately is a yajna dana tapas. These three, yajna dana tapas. So these are the three responsibilities of any grahastha, any human being. So therefore you must, through that you must attain jnana. So who is the ultimate person who should be known? Ultimate jnana, Vasudeva. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಆಸ್ಟೆರಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ತಪಸ್ಸು ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಯಾರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ, ಯಾರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ವಾಸುದೇವ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಧರ್ಮ? ವಾಸುದೇವ ಪರೋ ಧರ್ಮ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಡೆಸ್ಟಿನೇಷನ್, ಗತಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಗತಿ ಏನು? ವಾಸುದೇವ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹಿಮ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಸುದೇವ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ he is the creator, he is the creator of this universe, he is the creator of the laws, he is the one who has programmed the law of karma, he is the one who either guides you towards good days or bad days depending on your karma, and therefore we intend to do anything for him, because ultimately why are we doing? Because our existence is because of him. So therefore this is the most important shloka, and rest of the shlokas are again descriptive of the bhakti. So I will move on to chapter 3 now, because that now yakandre most of it is repetition, and there is no we need not spend more time in dissecting out individual words. Ultimately from second chapter it is an answer given by Suta Puranika to Shaunakas, who keep asking what is the importance of this bhakti anta one question ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, why we have to think about Lord. And so he has answered about all this, what are the benefits, how you'll be purified, how to do it, how to remain nitya, always you should be in bhakti, and then only then he becomes naishtiki, that means permanently he resides in you anta. That's a summary of chapter 2. So now we go to chapter 3. Chapter 3 talks about beautifully about the creation, andre avatars. Now the next question asked by these rishis are, what are these avatars anta kelta hogtare ಋಷಿಗಳು. ಸೂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, what are these avatar, ಲೀಲಾ ಅವತಾರ. And as we have discussed previously, in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says in the second chapter, Arjuna, there you don't have to grieve over killing these people, because you also had taken birth previously, I also had taken birth previously, you will also take birth in future, I will also take birth in future. Adar artha eno? Is Krishna comparing himself with Arjuna as an ordinary human being? No. Krishna knows that he is an avatara purusha, but avatara purushas are also born regularly at different intervals. Human beings, obviously they are born time and again. And why are human beings born time and again? That we shall see later. And that is because of our karma. And we have already discussed how the Atma with the Sukshma Sharira, once we die, it leaves its body, carries its baggage of karma and goes to another world, and then waits to see where it can fulfill its desires or it can get rid of its karmas. And then it will choose, in other words, there is a direction to this Atma to choose its parents, and then it will take birth in another family to fulfill its karma or to face karma. ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಆಯಿತು, ಮತ್ತು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಆಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ಈಡೇರಿಸಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಪರಿಸರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗ್ತಿರೋದೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಜನ್ಮ ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಪುನರ್ಜನ್ಮ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ultimately he will attain moksha, but it will take several lives if he does not realize that he is supposed to get jnana, bhakti, vairagya, and his goal is Vasudeva and moksha. Until that time he will just be in his own world. He will come here, he will enjoy, he will do bad deeds, he will do good deeds. As long as he is doing that without any awareness, again he will take birth and again he will enjoy. ಅಗೇನ್ ದ ಹಾಫ್ ಡನ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹುಟ್ಟೋದು, ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ವೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ಸೆವೆರಲ್ ಮಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಯುಗಗಳೇ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲೀಲಾ, ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಲೀಲಾ. ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವೇ ಈಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಿಂಗ್. ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ? ಹೌ ಡಸ್ ಹಿ ಕಮ್? ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಧರ್ಮ, ಹಿ ಕೀಪ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅವತಾರ ಪುರುಷ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಒನ್ ಕಲ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ 4 ಯುಗಾಸ್ ಅವು, ಸತ್ಯುಗ, ತ್ರೇತಾಯುಗ, ದ್ವಾಪರ ಯುಗ, ಕಲಿಯುಗ, ಈ ಥರ. ಇದು ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಪ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೀಸ್ 4 ಯುಗಾಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಬಿಲಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿ ಕಲ್ಪದ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಿಷ್ಣು ದ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಇನ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಲೇಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಟ್ ಹೈ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್, ಅಂದರೆ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಶೂನ್ಯ, ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್, ಪೂರ್ತಿ ನಿರಾಕಾರ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ದಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ವೆನ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು, ದೆನ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ, ಇವತ್ತು ಆ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ಕುಮಾರಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್, ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರಜಾಪತಿಗಳು, ಮನು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್, all these are born from some material elements. So like that it starts, and then human ಆಯ್ತು, ಎಂಡ್ ಆದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರಳಯ. ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಲಿಯುಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಳಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ರಳಯ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, ಅವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ ದೇರ್. ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಅವರ್ ಕರ್ಮ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಇನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಸೇ, in a sleeping stage or something like that. What hibernation, it's like hibernation andre we are just inactive, but our sukshma sharira with our karmas is still there. Next kalpa bandaga matte ನಾವು ಬರ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So now imagine every kalpa it starts from Brahma came only once, but humans keep coming like that. So the Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara and Krishna coming as avatara at different yugas keeps happening, but the frequency with which Krishna is coming and with which humans are born, that is different. So Krishna comes whenever there is necessity on this earth. Apart from that, he gives as a creator, he comes as Vishnu. Other than that, other than Vishnu, Brahma, Maheshwara ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಲ್ಲದೆ ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವತಾರ ಪುರುಷನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬಂದರು ಅಂತ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ. ಸೂತ ಉವಾಚ ಜಗೃಹೇ ಪೌರುಷಂ ರೂಪಂ ಭಗವಾನ್ ಮಹದಾದಿಭಿಃ ಸಂಭೂತಂ ಷೋಡಶಕಲಂ ಆದೌ ಲೋಕಸಿ ಸೃಕ್ಷಯಾ ಯಸ್ಯಾಂಬಸಿ ಶಯಾನಸ್ಯ ಯೋಗನಿದ್ರಾಂ ವಿತನ್ವತಃ ನಾಭಿಹೃದಾಂಬುಜಾದಾಸೀತ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾ ವಿಶ್ವಸೃಜಾಂ ಪತಿಃ ಯಸ್ಯಾವಯವಸಂಸ್ಥಾನೈಃ ಕಲ್ಪಿತೋ ಲೋಕವಿಸ್ತರಃ ತದ್ವೈ ಭಗವತೋ ರೂಪಂ ವಿಶುದ್ಧಂ ಸತ್ವಮೂರ್ಜಿತಂ ಪಶ್ಯಂತ್ಯದೋ ರೂಪಮತ್ರ ಬ್ರಚಕ್ಷುಷಾ ಸಹ ಪಶ್ಯಂತದೋ ರೂಪಮದಪ್ರಚಕ್ಷುಷಾ ಸಹಸ್ರಪಾದೋರುಭುಜಾನನಾದ್ಭುತಂ ಸಹಸ್ರಮೂರ್ಧಶ್ರವಣಾಕ್ಷಿನಾಸಿಕಂ ಸಹಸ್ರಮೌಲ್ಯಂಬರಕುಂಡಲೋಲಸತ್ ಏತನ್ನಾನಾವತಾರಾಣಾಂ ನಿಧಾನಂ ಬೀಜಮವ್ಯಯಂ ಯಸ್ಯಾಂಶಾಂಶೇನ ಸೃಜ್ಯಂತೆ ದೇವತಿರ್ಯಂಗ್ನ ರಾದಯಃ ಸ ಏವ ಪ್ರಥಮಂ ದೇವಃ ಕೌಮಾರಂ ಸರ್ಗಮಾಸ್ಥಿತಃ ಚಚಾರ ದುಶ್ಚರಂ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯಮಖಂಡಿತಂ ದ್ವಿತೀಯಂ ತು ಭವಾಯಾಸ್ಯ ರಸಾತಲಗತಾಂ ಮಹೀಂ ಉದ್ಧರಿಷ್ಯನ್ನುಪಾದತ್ತ ಯಜ್ಞೇಶಃ ಸೌಕರಂ ವಪುಃ ತೃತೀಯಮೃಷಿ ಸರ್ಗಂ ಚ ದೇವರ್ಷಿತ್ವಮುಪೇತ್ಯ ಸಹ ತಂತ್ರಂ ಸಾತ್ವತಮಾಚಷ್ಟ ನೈಷ್ಕರ್ಮ್ಯಂ ಕರ್ಮಣಾಂ ಯತಃ ತುರ್ಯೇ ಧರ್ಮಕಲಾ ಸರ್ಗೇ ನರನಾರಾಯಣಾವೃಷಿ ಭೂತ್ವಾತ್ಮೋಪಶಮೋಪೇತಂ ಅಕರೋತ್ ದುಶ್ಚರಂ ತಪಃ ಪಂಚಮಃ ಕಪಿಲೋ ನಾಮ ಸಿದ್ಧೇಶಃ ಕಾಲವಿಪ್ಲುತಂ ಪ್ರೋವಾಚಾಸುರಯೇ ಸಾಂಖ್ಯಂ ತತ್ವಗ್ರಾಮವಿನಿರ್ಣಯಂ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ ಸೂತ ಪುರಾಣಿಕರು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್ that Krishna is the source of all the incarnations. Krishna andre Krishna, he is considered as a Parabrahma only. So Suta says in the beginning of creation, at the beginning of creation, what he will do is he will manifest as the materials for as ingredients for the creation. Ingredients andre ideally they say around 15 to 16 principles of creation. But ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ಐದು ಪಂಚಮಹಾಭೂತಗಳು. ಸೊ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವಂತ ಇನ್ಯಾಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ದೆನ್ he creates what is through his yoga maya, he creates what is called as mahati, mahattattva ಅಂತಂದರೆ it is a potential, it has all the ability to create the entire creation. We all have come as descendants of that mahattattva, and this mahattattva initially, so God, that means total blank, ella shunya, parabrahma, vistaravagi, infinite potential. From there starts the physical, visual aspects of creation. So from there comes Mahati or Mahattattva, and the 16 principles of creation. There he manifests himself. That means he expresses in that form, and those are basically of 5 Pancha Mahabhutagalu, Pancha Mahattattvaгаಳು. So from there, that is air, then water, Akasha, space, then ಇನ್ಯಾವುದು ಪೃಥ್ವಿ, ಆಪ್, ಜಲ, ವಾಯು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫೈರ್, ಅರ್ತ್, ಸ್ಪೇಸ್, ವಾಟರ್, ಅಗ್ನಿ ಆರ್ ಫೈರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಏರ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ 5 ಪಂಚಮಹಾಭೂತಗಳು, ಸಾರಿ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೊ ದೇರ್ 16 principles will be manifested. This was for the purpose. Then what happens is, as per Bhagavata, ಸೊ ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಪುರಾಣ ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ನಂಬುತ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ನಂಬಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಪುರಾಣ ದೇ ಸೇ ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಎವಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್, ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಸೇ ಇಸ್, ಭಗವಂತ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್. ನೌ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬಿಂಗ್ in the physical form of Bhagavan as a physical form. So the second shloka it says, so part of Purusha occupies the water in the universe. ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಮಹಾಸಾಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಸ್ ನೇವಲ್ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್, ಭಗವಂತನ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಟು ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್, ದೇ ಸೇ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್, ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಮ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಕ್, ನ್ಯಾನೋ ವಿ ಆರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್. ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ದ ಒನ್, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಅಂಬಿಲಿಕಸ್, ಅವನ ಹೊಕ್ಕಳದಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಏನು, ಕಮಲ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪುರುಷ ಈಸ್ ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ಹೂ ಹಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಥೌಸಂಡ್ಸ್. ಸಹಸ್ರ ಶೀರ್ಷ, ಸಹಸ್ರಪಾತ ಅಂತ ವಿರಾಟ್ ರೂಪದಾಗ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. ಸಹಸ್ರ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ 1000, ಇಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್, ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಲೆಗ್ಸ್, ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಆರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ it is described that starts from that is the origin. ಸೊ ಮೊದಲು ಏನೂ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಅವನು ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಈ ಪಂಚ ಮಹಾಭೂತಗಳು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 16 ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಬಂದ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈಸ್, ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಸೋ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ that we cannot imagine. And from this the first thing is, so from this form, this is the second manifestation of Purusha. The first one, so this is indestructible, multifaceted. This is the second form. First form is adu ಏನಂತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, invisible or nirakara. So the second. Then after this comes four Kumaras. First then Brahma comes, and then Brahma creates the Kumara, sons of Brahma, Manasaputra. Brahmanige 4 Manasaputra, they are called as Kumaras. Kumaras andre forever they remained as Kumaras. Kumaras andre, I told the young people, they're very very small boys, maybe around 7 to 8 years nam prakara. So ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದಾದಮೇಲೆ ನಾರದರು ಬಂದರು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವತಾರ ಇಸ್ ನಾರದ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಔಟ್ ದಶಾವತಾರಸ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 24 ಅವತಾರಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ಸ್ ದೋಸ್ ದಶಾವತಾರಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಷ್ಣು. ಸೊ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ನಾರದರ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ವ್ಯಾಸರ ರೂಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಶ್ಲೋಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ how it starts. So these Kumaras are also Jnanis, but they remain as Kumaras, and they are always there. Now also they are there in Brahmaloka. Kumaras are Manasaputra of Brahma. So Vishnuna umbilikasninda ಒಂದು there comes a Kamala, lotus, and from that lotus comes Brahma, is created. From Brahma creates those Kumaras, and those are considered to be avatars of Vishnu only. Afterwards comes Narada. Now, Narada plays a very, very important role in Bhagavad Purana. We will discuss little in detail about this Narada. So, Narada ಋಷಿಗಳು ಏನಾಯಿತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, he is responsible for us to be like this in Bhagavad Purana. We have discussed earlier that Narada Rishi is a person who can be in all the three lokas. He has got a special blessing that he can travel to ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕ, ಪಾತಾಳಲೋಕ, ಪೃಥ್ವಿಲೋಕ ಅಥವಾ ಸತ್ಯಲೋಕ ಆರ್ ಎನಿ ಲೋಕಾಸ್, ಪಿತೃಲೋಕ, ಎನಿವೇರ್ he can go. That is his blessing. He is ultimate of bhakti basic. And what about Narada now? Narada actually talks to Vedavyasa. ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮೇ we have discussed about this. How this Bhagavata came into existence ಅಂತಂದರೆ, Bhagavata was told originally to Narada. Before Vedavyasa it was told. Vedavyasa wrote down all this and then he has described. But actually what happens is, as I discussed in the previous this one also, Shiva Puranadalli kuda, how Shiva has narrated to Parvati, and Shuka as a parrot has heard, and then he enters Vyasa's wife's womb and how he was born. All that is true. But the complete Bhagavata was told by Vyasa to Shuka. That is also true. Now, why Vedavyasa writes this antandre, as I had told, I would like to repeat this. Narada comes and asks Vedavyasa, ಒಂದು ಸರ್ತಿ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ವೇದಗಳನ್ನು, 4 ವೇದಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಹಾಭಾರತವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಬರೆದು, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಸೂತ್ರವನ್ನು ಬರೆದು, he has written everything, but some restlessness in his mind. Vedavyasa is sitting on the banks of a river and he is feeling so depressed. At that time Narada comes there and he asks, what is the matter? ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು, ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್? He says, I don't know, I have written everything, I have done so much, because Vedavyasa is also a person with a long life, and then he also actually ಅವತಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಒಬ್ಬರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. So he is always concerned about the benefit of the mankind, but then why am I so depressed? What is that which is running in myself? I am not aware. ನಾರದ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಜ, you have written Vedas, you have written the Puranas, everything is true, but you have not written anything, or you have not brought out the Leelas of Bhagavanta. Leelas andre, as I told, these Leelas and description of God's glories, they are something that appeals to somebody's heart, and it doesn't require an intelligence to understand them. Samanya mandige, they are all emotional, and bhakti is one of the sweetest emotion anybody can experience, and that can be brought out when you can write something that describes the Krishna's or ಭಗವಂತನ ಲೀಲೆಗಳು, ಅವನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಷನ್ಗಳು ಏನೇನಾಯಿತು, and the relationships that happened during that process. ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ people will understand. So similarly, if you remember, Satyanarayana Katha is also Purana. When you read Satyanarayana Katha, after Satyanarayana Puja also, you develop a bhakti. Sometimes you feel, oh, ಇದು ನಿಜಾನ, ಆ ಕಲಾವತಿ ಪ್ರಸಾದ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ನಿಜಾನ, God got angry. My children will be asking, God gets angry, you cursed her. Is that true? How can he curse? ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ ಅದು. Purana has its own story. Whenever somebody neglects somebody's help, that shows their arrogance. That is what Satyanarayana Katha is saying. Kalavati forgot the grace of God, so she commits mistake, and she experiences, as a result of that she will experience misery. ನಾವು arrogant ಆದಾಗ misery ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ. So that is why Nitya he says, no, always. So coming back to this one, so any Puranas, no, they have something to tell us. So Narada tells, because Puranas are mostly story based, and in every story there is an emotion with which we can connect, we can relate to. It is not a high level logical or reasoning ಬೇಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಬರೀ ಎಮೋಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಭಗವಂತನ ಕಡೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಹರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ we will be able to appreciate Puranas in a better way. Therefore Vedavyasa tells Narada tells Vedavyasa, now you write something about this one, because I will share my experience ಅಂತ ನಾರದರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. How was Narada born? Narada is also created by Brahma with other rishis. He is also Manas Putra of Brahma. First Brahma creates these Kumaras. In the next round he creates Narada and other rishis. Angariki and all, some names are there. So, but what matters here is who was Narada in his previous birth? How did he become? How did he get that blessing of being born as a Brahma's Manasaputra? What happens to him? What happened to him? What was his past life? And Narada himself tells the story to Vedavyasa. So Narada was born, was a Dasi Putra. In his previous birth, he was born to a Dasi. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಆಶ್ರಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಇಯರ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾನ್ಸೂನ್ಸ್ 4 months ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಚಾತುರ್ಮಾಸ. 4 months during monsoons, the sannyasis who are parivrajaka means they keep roaming, they don't have a fixed home, but during these 4 months it is difficult for them, so they stay in one place. People would have organized for them, they stay there and they ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಅವ್ರ ದರ್ಶನ ತಗೊಂಡು ದೇ ಚಾಂಟ್ ವೇದಾಸ್, ದೇ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್. ಸೊ ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಶ್ರಮ್, ದೆರ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ದಾಸಿ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಆಶ್ರಮ್, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್, ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕೌಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಊಟ ತಂದು ಕೊಡೋದು, ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆ ಥರದ್ದು ಮಡಿ ಮೈಲಿಗೆ ಅಂತೇನು ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಆವಾಗ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳಿಗೆ. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಲೇಡಿ. But these dasis were taken for granted. Unfortunately, even those days also, somebody had a relation with her and she gave birth to this boy. And this boy from childhood, whenever there is Chaturmasa, whenever the sannyasis come, I don't know about previous to that what was he, but this much we know that he somehow he had an inclination. Or bandu Veda chanting madbekadre he used to listen and he used to be attracted to that. Probably that's what. His father must be some jnani only, otherwise this kind of genes will not come. Also previous birth, something must be there. Next time I will tell you, there is some evidence also, some story also. So this person used to serve these people, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳೋದು, ಮತ್ತೆ 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 ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸೋದು ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ಸೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನೋ ಫಾದರ್, ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್, ಮದರ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. And she will also encourage him, she will stand behind the screen and she will also listen. ಬಹಳ ಪವಿತ್ರವಾದಂಥ ತಾಯಿ ಅವಳು ಪಾಪ. ಆ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮಗು ಇದು 5 ವರ್ಷದ್ದು. ಒನ್ ಡೇ ಏನೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಶೀಸ್ ಗೋಸ್ ಆನ್ ಸಮ್ ಎರಾನ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಏನೋ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕತ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಲೈಟ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಹಾವು ಕಚ್ಚುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ನೇಕ್ ಬೈಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಶಿ ಡೈಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ಆರ್ಫನ್ at the age of 5 years. But he says that somehow he felt bad, he mourns for some time, quickly he recovers because he has been conditioned to all these adhyatmic spiritual discussions. So he starts roaming in search of good things, meeting sadhu santro, ella kade paryatan ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತೆ. He goes to all the places in India, India ಭರತಖಂಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಂತೆ. Then in one place, one guru tells him, why don't you do japa, dhyana anta. So he starts doing japa and dhyana, and then he'll start increasing his spiritual practices, and then he meets, ಅವರಿಗೆ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ he likes ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಭಗವಂತ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ. ಸೊ he keeps on remembering him, ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಅವನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಅವನ ಲೀಲೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆದಮೇಲೆ then what happens is Krishna, he sees him actually, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಸೇಸ್, ನೋಡು ಇದು ಯು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೂ ಹಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಕೊಡು ಅಂತ. ಹಿ ಸೇಸ್ ನೋ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೈಪ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಮೋಕ್ಷ, ಯು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಟು ಡೂ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್, ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಜನ್ಮ ಅಂತ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಹಿಸ್ ದಟ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಆಸ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮನ ಮಾನಸಪುತ್ರ. ನಾರದರು ಈಸ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಆಸ್ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ ಮಾನಸಪುತ್ರ. And then he starts roaming, and that is how he tells sage Vedavyasa about to write about his glories, which can influence so many people's thought process. A bhakti andre eshtu simple. Anybody who is not egoistic, who has purity of mind, need not worry. Andre qualification, let us apply to the current generation. Nam qualification illa, we have not achieved so much, we are not rich, doesn't matter at all. Just bhakti, simple bhakti. And once you start realizing this bhakti or experience, or when you start tasting the flavor of bhakti, then everything else becomes secondary, and there is not even an iota of insecurity, and there is not even one iota of loneliness among us. So that is the bhakti which Narada has brought through Vedavyasa to us. So Bhagavata instills, because we cannot forget the role played by Narada, because he was the one who initiated, and he was the one. Later stories of Narada are very interesting, because though he has bhakti, then what happens is, once he only asks Krishna about what is Maya. There's a beautiful story that comes later. But at this juncture, there's one more story, how Narada learnt Bhagavata from Kumaras. Now we said Kumaras were born first, Narada. So Narada, during his journey across the, after he's born as Narada, I'm not talking about that previous life. Now after being born as Narada, he's roaming here and there, and then what happens is, he comes and sits in one place of near Rishikesh, Bhadragiri Ashram, that's called. So alli iವರು Kumaras are there. They watch him and then they say, why are you sad, Narada? Why are you sad? Anta. So Narada narrates some small incident which I have told earlier also. ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಪೃಥ್ವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಡಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. Then when I went to one place, there in Vrindavan, there was one lady, beautiful lady, a young lady. She was seen with two old people on her lap. I asked her, what are you? Why are you here? Then she says, my name is Bhakti and these are my two children. Arey, two children? They are so old. How can they be your children? Illa, these people, my name is Bhakti, but in Kali Yuga, on Prithvi, only Bhakti to some extent is there. I was born in Dravida. Actually, this is a description. Dravida means Dakshina Bharata. Then I moved then I got married. I moved with my children and I grew up in Karnataka. It says Karnataka. Then came to Maharashtra. And then now I have come to Vrindavan. I was very exhausted, but after coming to Vrindavan, I am little better. But these two sons of mine are very, very old and they have lost their luster, enthusiasm, and nothing is remaining. They have become fragile and of no use. Yaru, my two children, Bhakti, Jnana mattu Vairagya, are my two children who have become very old and worthless. So I am very sad. What should I do? ಅಂತ ನಾರದ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ, ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿಟ್, ಹೌದಾ, ಓಕೆ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಚಾಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವೇದಾಸ್, ಬಡ್ ಅಂತ ಲೌಡ್ಲಿ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಚಾಂಟ್. ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ದ ಟೂ ಸನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಎನರ್ಜೆಟಿಕ್, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಫೀಲ್ಸ್, ಮೈ ಗಾಡ್, ಮೈ ಜಾಬ್ ಇಸ್ ಡನ್ ಅಂತಂದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ದ ಮಿನಿಟ್ ಹಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ಸ್ ಚಾಂಟಿಂಗ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಲೂನ್ ಪುಸ್ ಆದಂಗೆ they go back to the same state. Then Bhakti feels again bad. What have you done? You have not done any good to my children. Then Narada says, what is this? Ishtella adrunu ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಆಯ್ತದು ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ he chants. Whenever he is chanting, they show lot of enthusiasm. They come back to their youth. So Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, all are full of youth, energy and enthusiasm, and then he feels happy. ಮತ್ತೆ when he stops, they come back. So he feels very bad. He leaves that place and comes to meet his Kumaras. So Kumaras then tell Narada, Nodo, Vedas are not sufficient. We will talk about the glories of creation, God. We'll talk about glories of God. That is the first Bhagavata which was narrated by Kumaras to Narada. So ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನು? You get that Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, all of them. ವೇರ್ ಶಾಲ್ ಐ ಅರೇಂಜ್? ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅ ವಾಂಡ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಂಕ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮನಿ. ನನಗೇನು ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇದನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಟೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿಬಿಟ್ಟು 4 ಮಂದಿನ ಕುಡಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿ ಸೇಸ್, ನೋ, ಗೋ ಟು ದ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿವರ್ ಗಂಗಾ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಟ್ರೀ ಓವರ್ ದೇರ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ 3 ಆಸನಾಸ್, ನಮಗೊಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು 3 ಮಂದಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ನಾರದ ಪುಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸನಾಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ 4 ಕುಮಾರಾಸ್, and then he puts 3 asanas for Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, and then the Sanat Kumar, he eldest of these Kumaras, he starts talking about the glories of this creation. He talks about glories of Krishna, and the creation hengaito, how did Brahma came, and how, because this has been happening, no, every kalpa it is there, so they know about it. So he talks about all this, how it's happened, how it's going to happen. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು when they completely narrate as Bhagavata Saptaha. Bhagavata Saptaha in 7 days. Okay, those days he says under the tree, so there is no need for any tent. There is water and there are trees which have fruits and berries. ಅಂದರೆ you go for your daily ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಲಮೂತ್ರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನದಿ ದಂಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರಿದೆ, ತಿಂಡಿ ತಿನ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಿದೆ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ ದೋಸ್ ಡೇಸ್ ದ ಭಾಗವತ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಚಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ರೌಂಡ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್, ನೋ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್. ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಶುಕದೇವ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟಾಟ್ ಪರೀಕ್ಷಿತ, ಯುನೋ. ಸೊ ಹೀಗೆ ಭಾಗವತ ವಾಸ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಕುಮಾರ to Narada. And similarly, Narada also tells Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa also knows earlier, plus Narada discusses with him. And then whatever is there, he documents it. Yaru Vyasaru. So he also knows Narada. So therefore, once they do this whole, function where the three, Bhakti, Jnana, Vairagya, those three people, and everybody else, Bhagavata should be told in public. So ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದವರು ಕೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆನಂದ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೋಸ್ ತ್ರೀ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಎಕ್ದಮ್, ದೇ ಬಿಕಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೆಟ್ ರಿಜುವಿನೇಟೆಡ್. ಸೊ ಭಾಗವತ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ರಿಜುವಿನೇಟೆಡ್ ದ ಭಕ್ತಿ, it has rejuvenated the jnana, it has rejuvenated the vairagya. And so many people who have assembled there to listen, they feel a sense of fulfillment, they feel so energized, so enthusiastic, so vibrant. Vibrant is the right word to use when we listen to God's glories, because there is a purpose and there is love. So bhakti is nothing but love, and that we must learn to manifest. So that is how Kumaras have taught Narada. So Narada was the third avatara of Krishna. And then now we will see, I will tell you what are the other avatars, so that we can in the next session we can, one second, I'm just So next after this was first 10 shlokas we have covered. So third one, Trutiyam, is Devarshi, that is Narada Rishi. And then after that Naranarayana Vrishi, Naranarayana, that is another avatara. What it means we will discuss in detail in our next class, Naranarayana. Then after that comes Kapila Muni, and then next comes Prahalada, and then comes Saptamam, Yajna itself is considered as avatara. And then, wait, I will tell you. Yeah. Okay, fifth is Kapila, sixth one is son of sage Atri. He was born from womb of Anasuya, son of sage Atri. And then he spoke on subject of Prahlada and all those. And then seventh one was Yajna. Eighth was King Rishabha, son of King Nabhi. Eighth one was King Rishabha. And then ninth incarnation was Pruthu actually created Prithvi. Tumba Pruthu indane bantante Prithvi, adu odana matte. Then came Manu. Then 11th one was Matsyavatara ಹೇಳಿದಿನಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಮಂಥನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸುರಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಸುರಾಸ್, ಆವಾಗ ಈ ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಸುರರೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಶ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಂಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆವಾಗ ದೇವತೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ವಿಷ್ಣುನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆವಾಗ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಈ ಸಮುದ್ರ ಮಂಥನ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಮೃತ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಸೇವಿಸಿದರೆ ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಮೃತತ್ವ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಇಮ್ಮಾರ್ಟಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ they will start churning, and there is one big mountain called Mandarachala. ಅದನ್ನು ಕಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅದು ಮುಳುಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಅದು ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಚರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿಂಕಿಂಗ್. ಆ ಸಿಂಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯಾವತಾರ, ವಿಷ್ಣು ಮತ್ಸ್ಯಾವತಾರದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಮೇಲೆ ತರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮತ್ಸ್ಯಾವತಾರ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹಿ ಗೋಸ್ ಆನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್, I will take the next avatars later, because every avatar has got its own significance. They do come later also, but at this stage I think we have finished the narration of Narada as avatara, as Narada, and role of Narada in Vedavyasa's writing of this Bhagavata, and how Narada developed bhakti. And next time I will also tell how he convinced Vyasa about the 4 or 5 principles of bhakti, why bhakti should be followed. Now already we have discussed, Narada has his own statement. We shall take it up in the next class. So there I think I can, for today we can stop here. Any questions or anything, you are free to add.